Hi everyone, I'm Mel. Thanks for joining me. I'm with Sultry Artistry. We specialize in acrylic pour or acrylic flow paintings. And today I'm going to show you how to create two paintings using the blow dryer technique, which is one of my favorite. I just love how it makes a lot of like feathery type of shapes within the painting, and then it tends to leave a lot of nice cells. And it's super easy to work with once you get the hang of it. So the first step, you want to apply your base paint. Now this paint can be any color at all. I'm using white, but you can use a black base. I've used a blue base before. It can literally be any color. You just want to make sure that it's going to go well with your accent colors and it won't blend to make any weird colors or anything like that. So make sure that whatever base is going to accent your accent colors. Now, after you apply your base, you're going to have to torch the painting. Now, I just use a regular kitchen torch before you apply the other colors, and you want to do that in between each step. It's just not shown here on the clip that you just viewed. I chose green, blue, and bronze for this piece. I often like to use two regular colors and then one metallic color. I just feel like it really comes out nicely, but that's my personal preference. You can use all metallic colors, you can use all just regular flat colors. It's up to you and what you see as far as the vision for your painting. Now, for the other painting, I'll be using a lovely ultramarine blue, copper, and a pretty coral color. I'm applying the lines straight down the length of the paintings, but you can apply the line across the width or at a diagonal. It's truly your preference. Before I start the blow dry technique, I will be torching this accent colors right here before going into that next step. And that's what's going to give us those lovely cells that we like to see. You want to make sure you hold it at an angle that is almost parallel to the canvas. It's just a slight angle. And you also want to make sure that you're using the coldest setting. If you use a warm or hot setting, then what that will do is it will dry your painting and you won't be able to work with it as much. Even on the coldest setting, you see how I'm shaking out the paint and really working it into the canvas. You see how the nice cells are forming around the edges? That's why I really, really love this technique. Also, as you can see, I'm going in alternating directions. That's what a lot of artists do, but you can do anything that you want. I've done two lines crisscross and then kind of blown out the piece from the middle. That has a lovely, lovely design to it. If I were you, I would just experiment like I did. I practice, I got several different size pieces and just practice until I got a good feel for this technique. Now, again, with this other piece, you could see how some of the cells start to pop through, and the cells are those little white bubbles that start to appear in between the color. The great thing about this type of art, acrylic pour, is that it does stay wet for quite a bit. So you can play with it until it just feels right or it looks right to you. You can even apply more paint and do another layer, which is exactly what I'm about to do. But just remember to torch it in between the steps because you want to get out those air bubbles. You do not want to leave a painting with any air bubbles because that will leave a hole in your painting or it can just leave a weird like divot in your painting. So take a minute to torch before you add any more paint to the next layer. Trust me, your painting will turn out so much better for taking this little quick step in between. Now here I'm ready to apply the second layer and I like to apply them in a pattern. So I'll do coral, the copper, and ultramarine blue on repeat until I feel like I have enough paint on this canvas. I'm working with small 8 by 10 canvases, so it doesn't take a lot of paint to create on these guys. I do the same thing for the other canvas in the colors that I had chose, which were green, that other type of darker blue, um, and bronze. And then once again, after I apply this, I do like to torch. I applied a little bit too much Floetrol to this white base paint for another party, and I did not realize it until I was actually creating the piece. So that's why the colors kind of faded into the white background. So that's what I meant earlier. You want to make sure your base piece, base color is heavier. The white wasn't heavy enough, so I had to go in another time. As you can see here, I am blowing everything in the opposite alternating direction this time. I thought it would be cool if some of the colors show through. As you can see, I'm about to do the same with painting number 2. I will be blow drying the paint into the canvas in opposite directions than I did the first go around. I will be listing all of the paints that I use in the description, and I'll include links in case you want to give it a go and try this at home. I definitely encourage you to. I'll also link a tutorial where I show you how to mix these paints so that they're the right consistency. I'll be creating more tutorials soon. We can't wait for you to create, vibe, and flow with us again. Thanks for stopping by.